So, hello. Now we have here Ismat Jahan. You are the ambassador from Bangladesh in Brussels, and we have two other people from Bangladesh. Could I ask you to present yourself, please?
Thank you. My name is Suhash. I'm the president of Bangladesh Business Chamber in Luxembourg.
Thank you. And you?
Yes, I am Tapan Kanti Ghosh, Counsellor Commerce of the Embassy of Bangladesh to Belgium, Luxembourg, and mission to the European Union. Thank you.
And Mrs. Ismat Jahan, what do you expect of this inter-regional business days?
Thank you very much, Sophie, and good afternoon to all the viewers. It has been a big opportunity for Bangladesh to participate in this business get-together, and I believe this greater region has opportunity to come together. It's basically sub-regional cooperation that we heard in the morning session when the Luxembourg Chamber of Commerce President, Mr. Pierre Gramegna, was speaking this morning. We felt that this is a big opportunity for the countries, or rather the regions within the region of the greater region, to come together for networking. And for Bangladesh, as you know, it's a country in South Asia, and we do have regional cooperation, but at the same time, sub-regional cooperation is important, particularly to build networking and communication, not only at the level of countries, but at the level of people, and particularly the business community. So this has been a big opportunity for Bangladesh to participate. We are coming from Belgium, because Belgium embassy is also accredited to Luxembourg. And here we have, of course, you have seen Mr. Suhash Roy, who is the man here because he's Bangladesh Chamber and Business and Chamber Commerce Industries, and he has been a big liaison. So we are hoping that end of tomorrow, we will all go back home happy in that way that some networking would have been done, and there are opportunities for public-private partnership and also joint partnership at the level of private sector. So I believe this would be not the end, but just the beginning of more cooperation between Bangladesh and Luxembourg, and also the region we have seen Lorraine, Saarland, Rhineland, all of them coming together. So in just one word, I would say it's looking forward to more opportunities between the region and Bangladesh.
Thank you very much. And what possibilities could there be for Bangladesh here at this interregional business day? What you talked about the sorts of business that you have in Bangladesh. Could you a little bit explain this again?
Yes. Well, there are, for example, I could tell that between Luxembourg and Bangladesh, we have a relation of 40 years, in fact. And so with France, Germany, Belgium, it's all because Bangladesh got independence in 1971, and then since then we have this economic cooperation. But I should say, and with Luxembourg, yet we have not been able to capture the opportunities, particularly with regard to trade and investment. I understand that, as a country, one has to explore opportunities. And with the greater region, with France, Germany, and Belgium, we do have a little more cooperation on the economic side than we have with Luxembourg, because with it, we have been having mostly through the European Union. But having said so, as a background, I should say that Bangladesh is a very vibrant country. Our economy is growing fast. For the last few years, it has been like 7%, 6 to 7% growth rate, which is very good, I should say. So there are opportunities not only in the trading sector, because we do export ready-made garments, knitwear, and frozen seafood to Luxembourg through the European Union mostly. But at the same time, in their sector of investment, There are power, energy, and infrastructure development, and shipbuilding is another area where Bangladesh is now doing quite well. And the important thing that we see that within the greater region to the two-day business fair is that the IT and the ITS, and what we have been talking this morning, as I heard, is about there are a lot of global outsourcing of the IT industries, and Bangladesh is one of the growing sector, as a country I could say, where business people from this part can invest there. We have the export processing zone, where there are facilities for repatriation of the profit, the 100% repatriation of the profit. And as a region, as a country in the region, as I said, we are in South Asia. If you take into account the combined population of the region that India, including India, China, and some of the ASEAN countries which borders Bangladesh, you are talking about 3 billion people. So it's a huge market. So I think there are more to learn about Bangladesh. I would really invite business people from Luxembourg and the greater region to visit Bangladesh. And we are here also to help with information, to facilitate, to begin with networking and then real business. So I'm very optimistic about it.
Thank you very much. And Roy, Suhash, today you talked about the fact that to make business you need transport and you need more communication. What can you tell about that?
Well, thank you, Sophie. In fact, you know that the fluidity is the main reason for the good communication. So if we have a good communication, the fluidity falls. So this is the way that we have to find out that how Luxembourg is concentrating to increase the communication, like the airways or the cargo looks, like company like Cargo Looks, who can just fly direct. In fact, in one word, I will say that this is a direct line to Luxembourg and Bangladesh. So when it comes up, automatically all the things that Her Excellency has discussed, it will be solved automatically, which is a better future for both of the countries.
Thank you very much. And if you travel to Bangladesh, for example, how long does it take? From where do you go to what place? Because there are no direct airlines.
It's true that we don't have a direct between the two capitals. There is no direct air link. But well, roughly it will take about, depending on which airport you go through, I'd say it's about 8 to 10 hours with a break. Because if you are flying through, I mentioned about Abu Dhabi, Dubai, or sometimes it's possible through Istanbul, Doha, and sometimes even through London. It's just going a little westward and turning east, but roughly about 10 hours. But if we do have direct links, and Cargo Looks could be a very good opportunity. We are discussing that. We have not come to a final decision yet between the two governments. But if that is so, I believe that direct contacts would increase, and that would help promote business linkages as well as our trade between the countries and the greater region.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you very much. And one question for Tapan Kanti. We talked about the tourism in Bangladesh. What beautiful places are there to visit?
Thank you. Bangladesh, we have very natural, beautiful places throughout the country, and we have some cultural heritage places also that might be interested the tourists. And although the neighboring countries like India, Nepal is having so much of tourists from the Western countries, Bangladesh is not yet cashed in so much of the tourists, but we have every potentiality to being a hub of the tourists, having very, competitive price hotels, then the very amicable, friendly people, and the big, sea beaches, the forest, the largest mangrove forest, Sundarban, the Royal Bengal tiger, there's only abode in Bangladesh and West Bengal of India. There is the large Sundarban, and the longest sea beach, natural unbroken sea beach in the Bay of Bengal. So it's one of the very big attractions. And we have the largest natural lake in the Chittagong hill tracts of Bangladesh. It is 750 square kilometer. It's a natural lake surrounded by the hills, and it's a really very beautiful place. And there are some other historical places also. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And what will you do then today and tomorrow? Will people? Do you hope people come to your place here, or what are the projects for the next 2 days for you?
Well, we do have a pavilion. Bangladesh has a pavilion here, and there are information. We have booklets, and whoever is interested, they are free to pick up those booklets. And I believe some business meetings or networking meetings have already been discussed and fixed. Tapan is here, Mr. Roy, he is also here. So they would be meeting one-to-one to find out the initial networking, as one would say, to begin with, the first steps, and I'm sure there would be more interest for others to join. And in course of the days, as I started off by saying that we are very optimistic, and we hope that Bangladesh, which may not be known to many countries and many people in this region, together, I believe the greater region is at about 11 million people, but Bangladesh has a population which is even much larger by many proportion. I believe that many don't know that how beautiful Bangladesh is. Don't be surprised by my saying, because you might say that I as the ambassador would be saying, but it is indeed a beautiful country. You mentioned about tourism opportunities. Yes, we do have, but there is also this area where we would invite foreign investment to develop that tourism sector further. So anybody who is interested should get in touch with Bangladesh authorities, to our embassy in Brussels, and also to Mr. Suhash Roy, who is based here in Luxembourg, to get more information for investment. And I cannot resist saying that it's true that we are victims of climate change. We are very vulnerable to the effects of climate change, but we have prepared ourselves well, and we have undertaken good program and actions at climate change management, or rather the disaster management. And our women are very much empowered. I believe that this is a fact which I can, not only I think we can very proudly say that the empowerment of women in Bangladesh is excellent. We have a woman prime minister, we have women foreign minister, and a few other ministers in the cabinet who are women. Our leader of opposition is also women. So that is at the executive level, or at the high decision-making level. But at the grassroots level, the ready-made garment industry employs over 2 million Bangladeshi women. So we are quite proud of that achievement.
So women are very important for this business in Bangladesh.
Yes, as the RMG sector, that is mostly the workers are women.
Okay, thank you very much. And then if people need more information about Bangladesh, they can come to you today and tomorrow, and then, where can they see you next time at another event?
Yes, of course. I think anybody interested in Bangladesh business and want to know any information about Bangladesh, they can visit our stall here. It's 010. And after this event, they are always welcome to the Embassy of Bangladesh in Brussels. It is in the Avenue Louis. And also Mr. Roy Suhash is here. He can work as a liaison within Bangladesh and Luxembourg people. So this vision, I think I need to mention further that this vision is very important to our economy also, because Germany, among the EU countries, is the largest destination of our exports. And France is the third largest export destination. Belgium is also the 10th largest destination. So we export a huge amount of ready-made garments, leather products, shrimp and seafood, and also jute products to this region. But for Luxembourg, I think we need to explore mass, and the Luxembourg entrepreneurs can invest in Bangladesh in shipbuilding sector, in ICT especially. We have a large pool of educated ICT people, so they can just outsource some of the activities in Bangladesh, like some of the Western companies are doing in India and Philippines. So we can offer very competitive price and at a very good entrepreneurship skill. So I think the interested people can think twice, in the South Asia region, especially in Bangladesh. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for this interesting interview. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Sophie.
you.
Thank you to you too.